traffic. I'm getting better, I'm at practice. I'm working every day crafting. I'm cool on how to handle. Bounce back with it.
All right, man. Welcome to the GBD podcast, the first episode of the GBD podcast with your host Jade
and Don.
All right, so just to introduce me, my name is Jade Zamora, born and raised in Anchorage, Alaska. Basketball was my first love. Growing up playing recreation ball I didn't start playing recreation ball until about maybe fourth grade, seriously, and I was just jumping from team to team. And I couldn't really find a team that I really connected with until I found the Alaska Stars under Coach Jade and Coach Bill. And till then, really that's when I really started taking basketball serious. And up until like sixth grade, my first ever trip out of state was to Florida, and we went out and played on like the Disney complex and over where Disneyland is at, and that was like one of my first tastes of like high level basketball. Until then, I just been addicted to trying to get better at my craft and trying to help my team win. Like whatever team I was on, playing, transitioning from sixth grade to middle school, playing with my guy Don for the Alaska Stars, and going on trips to Chicago and Seattle, and just like within the state, going to Fairbanks, playing against the teams over there. And yeah, man, shout out to Don, shout out to my guy Iro, Curtis, to name a few, also Thomas Lentz. Man, shout out to y'all, man. If y'all listen to this, I know you're listening to it because you're here, but it's like you guys are a big pivotal part of my life and basketball, and I'm just showing much love to y'all. But moving on from that, transitioning from middle school all the way to high school, played JV my freshman year. Just wasn't good enough. I just wasn't good enough. There was a lot of good players at West, and I needed to improve my game. So played JV my freshman year, and then sophomore swung JV varsity. Ended up playing varsity my junior year. And junior year and senior year we made it pretty far, like in the tournament, together as far as a team goes, and but we didn't end up winning a championship. Probably the only championship that we did win was the CIC Regions Championship in 2014. But other than that, we lost the state championship by 1 point versus Service. And after that, I really didn't know where my hoop career was gonna go. I really wanted to play college basketball. And so with that, going to different exposure camps with Coach Steve and Coach Young, them taking us out to all the NWAC schools, that really had me, have a lot more options to play ball at the next level. But ultimately deciding to go to Impact Academy and playing with, moving in with my guy Don, and we're going out to Vegas and just playing ball night in, night out, 9 to 5, playing against JUCOs and hopefully trying to get a scholarship. And so after all those 8 months of just grinding and getting to it, got a partial scholarship to go play for Fort Lewis College. And with that, spent a year over there. It was great. Lived on top of a mountain, 8,000 feet up in the air.
How was that adjustment, bro?
Bro, it was tough. Like, just being up there, 8,000 feet, and right when I got there, I just could not breathe, bro. We had conditioning right away, and we were running 17s, bro. I was gassed. Like, I wanted to throw up. But after the first couple of weeks, I got adjusted to it, and I got adjusted to that Colorado atmosphere. And so, yeah, it just made me better as a player. And then after that, ended up transferring, going to JUCO, playing 16, 17, 17, 18 at Edmonds Community College. And I still had pro aspirations. But by the end of my sophomore year, it just didn't seem like it was gonna be happening. And so, but one of my last chances was really to go play pro, was trying out for Jamal Crawford's Pro-Am. And that's when I ended up tearing my ACL. And so since then, rehab upon rehab upon rehab, 6 months after, tweaked it again, so I had another surgery. And since then, it's been a journey, man, as far as that, getting hurt. But I take that as one of the biggest blessings in my life, just because of the sole fact that, all the things that I have learned, like I can help give it back to all the kids that need it out here in Alaska, because a lot of kids need it, and that's the whole reason why we have this podcast. And so I'm here today, GBD basketball trainer, and goals have shifted. I'm just trying to be the best basketball trainer that I could ever be, and be one of the best to ever do it. So that's my goal, like shifting from being a pro to being one of the best to ever train basketball. And so that's my story, just short and sweet. Man. What about you, Don? Tell us a little bit about your story, bro.
So my name is Dondres, for those who don't know me, but you call me Don, Dre, whatever. So my story is pretty similar to Jade's, but let's say, so I probably played a little bit like YMCA, younger growing up. My first real coach was Coach Mark Allen. RIP to him, man. Good dude, man. He really kind of built the thing in my head where I could do whatever. He let me have the freedom on the court to kind of rock out. That's kind of where I kind of fell in love with the game, and then so probably about 6th grade, I kind of got introduced to you guys, and I was looking for a program, the Stars, and that's kind of when I stumbled along, probably end of 6th grade going to 7th grade year, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Then I kind of joined you guys with Coach Dave, Coach Bill. That was different, something fun. We built tight group like you said with all those guys, man. Shout out to all them. Everybody going their own ways in life now. It's cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
And then so from AAU and kind of Alaska Stars days, we did our traveling. We did that. Opened my mind to different things, because I never seen outside of Alaska basketball.
What was it like? What was the biggest difference?
Just the speed of the game, the physicality, and the athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the main 3 things that I noticed were way different, But I mean, we adjusted, It took time, but we saw this is what we really want to do, and we had to get out and see what the best are doing and how they do it.
Yeah, bro, we almost won that ship against that one team in
LC
Chicago.
White, bro. I'll never forget that LC White.
Bro, I hit the game tying shot from deep. Everybody was hyped. Hey, if you guys were there, you already know how turned the gym was.
Yeah, it was.
But then we took the L.
Yeah. And they were buns, bro. I'll be straight up, bro. They weren't even good like that. We beat ourselves low key.
LC White, hey, if y'all out there, let's run it up.
Run it back, dog. Let's get it. Run that back, Turbo. Yeah, man. So transitioned to high school. I kind of wasn't sure on my high school. So I kind of talking to you guys and everything, and you guys said you're going to West, so I looked into West. They had a good IB program for education, and then you guys were there for basketball, and it was kind of Coach White just had left.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of a new era,
Coach Lowers goes in, and then he was there for 1 year.
1 year, yep.
Yeah, and then it was Coach Antonio.
Mm-hmm. And then he kind of took it over until Josh.
Mm-hmm.
But so I just why not go to high school, play with my bros that we were playing with since 6th or 7th, 8th grade. So did that. Kind of decided to go to West. Freshman year, I was being a little punk and a scaredy cat, so I didn't even try for varsity. And that's one thing that I encourage all you youngins to go. Even if they got an All-American on varsity, go try out. Don't be scared. Open gyms. If you guys go and the older kids are playing, go get out there and play. That's the only way to better yourselves and improve. But to go back to freshman year, so I played JV. Sophomore year, I swung. And then junior year, I was varsity the whole time, senior year.
How was swinging though? Just picking back off swinging, because I know we were swinging at the same time, and one thing we had to do was time management, bro. We had to go to double practices, bro, and double games sometimes. How was that? Trying to manage everything.
It was different, cause I believe we only got 4 quarters, or we had a certain amount of quarters a week and a certain amount a day, and so they had to juggle us. Okay, you guys could play 2 quarters for JV and then play a quarter for varsity or whatever, So it was really kind of mentally tiring, because you never
draining.
knew. Yeah, and you had to be there if you were full time for both, so you had to give your time and energy, And so just kind of not really knowing what to expect, or kind of just really not knowing what to expect in the games, because it kind of varied on the game. And say you had a big game for varsity and a less important game with JV, well, then you're not gonna play as much as JV, but you can play more varsity. But you still had to go to everything JV, you know, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So that was something kind of different. But luckily the coaches, they were pretty good communicators, so it wasn't as bad as it could have been, you know.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
But yeah, junior year and senior year.
yeah, like Jade said, touched on earlier, we lost to Service junior year by 7 in the semifinals to go to the championship. And then the next year we lost to them. So yeah, we lost championship then. Then I kind of didn't really have too many offers. A lot of like junior colleges and like D3s and stuff like that. So like you said, I wanted to still play Division 1 and play pro. Like that was the goal. And so yeah, we decided to go to Impact. And that's when like my mind like really was like, okay, this is like basketball. Like this is what it takes to make it. This is real life training.
You got weight room sessions. You got film sessions. You gotta like email coaches like thousands of emails a day just to like get a look. You know, you gotta make your own highlight tape. You gotta put in work before practice and after and start running games. And you know, I mean, not that we didn't run games before, but it's like we didn't know the routine, because there's a certain type of routine that pros have, and they have a blueprint of that routine, and we did that. You know, woke up every morning, took the van to go to Impact facility, you know, skill work for an hour while the other group does weight room, and then we switch, have lunch, and then we compete for the rest of the day. And that was basically 5 days out of the week. On the weekends, we're just chilling at the apartment because none of us really had cars, and so like it's either you're watching Ball is Life on YouTube at the crib, you know, in your apartment bunk bed, bro. We was deep in there, bro.
But it was like how many? 4, 6, 8 in a 3-bedroom.
Yeah, it was me, you, and then in one room, and then we had Abdul,
Rashad.
Yeah, Abdul, Rashad, Tyler, and then we had Coach Devon and Coach Brett in the other room. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people, 1 fridge, 2 showers, one kitchen.
They had their own bathroom.
Yeah, 1 kitchen, 1 living room, bro. Like, but we all made a collective, like, we all came together, and that was just a moment that, you know, like, people come together and just tell themselves like they're gonna be dedicated to their craft and want to like make it to the next level.
Yeah.
That's why we decided to go there. Like, everybody has the same goals. That's the thing. Like, after high school, find people that have the same goals as you and stick with them. You know, because that's one of the biggest. That's one of the biggest, best moves to make. You know, in your life is just to like surround yourself with people who have the same goals. And we were doing that for our gap year. Like, we could have done anything during our gap year. We could have like went and traveled and went abroad and studied abroad. No, we just wanted to play ball, man. Because like that's all we knew. So, yeah, man.
And then, so, after Impact, so it was about, like, middle of Impact, I had been having ankle problems probably since about junior year in high school. It just on and off, bad ankle sprains and, you know, ligament problems. But in Impact, I'd probably say about 3, 4 months in, I really, like, tore, like, my ligaments. And, like, it got to the point where, like, I'll just be walking down the street and, like, my ankle would just give out and, like, I'll, like, roll it. And so I came back for Christmas break and I talked to the doctors and they was like, yo, you gotta get surgery. So I was like, okay. So I didn't go back and I just stayed up here. I never really had like a hurdle like that before, so I kind of was just like, dang, what do I do? Like, basketball might not be for me. And I just went like, I was blessed to put in a position where I can make a lot of money doing like construction. So I was like, well, I need bread. Like, I'm just chilling right now. I'm not even doing that. So I kind of like went to start making money. And I just kind of like, I still want to play basketball, but my ankle was still not the same. And I just like was kind of like confused. Like you said, I wasn't surrounding myself with the right people. And I just you know, I was kind of lost. And then I kind of got it back involved a little bit. Like, I was helped coach Alaska Elite, the 3rd and 4th grade team, kind of like, so I kind of been around the game. And then, you know, just training kids on the side. So I was still involved that way. And then like the next year, same thing for the most part. And then the year after that, I was like, bro, like, I was just on the phone with you and we were just like, you know, jokingly, like, yeah, bro, we about to move in together. We about to, you know, do this. I'm about to come to Washington, you know. And then we spoke that to existence later. Before you know it, I was in Washington. I had like a assistant coaching job in Everett. that like my boy Steve, shout out Steve, he helped like put together with the exposure camps and stuff like that. And yeah, bro, so I just did that just to kind of clear my mind, get away from Alaska, you know, get back in the basketball community. Things kind of went, it was a little bumpy road, some things happened. I got suspended for like basically the whole season. After I went to Everett, I wanted to play again when I was training, because I was like training this kid. I was like, bro, like I still could go, like I'm cool. But then my ankle was hurting, so then I came back, I looked at it again, it was like, bro, yeah, now you got one of it was like ligaments, and this time it was like tendons, and I had none of those, and it was still hurting, and I knew it was hurting, so then I had a second surgery, and then that's when like you kind of had your ACLs, and we kind of got together, and we was like, okay, bro, we both hurt, like, but we want to be around basketball, but we got to be realistic with ourselves, and then that's when it really started popping off with the.
That's the whole thing, man. Like we want to use basketball, you know, not let basketball use us.
Yeah.
Cause like to a point, like it was like dominating my thoughts and everything like that. But in reality, you know, like I get more fulfillment, and I know you know the same thing. Get more fulfillment from helping others develop their games than mine. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And like just being on this journey of like training, I really love this, man. Like after my first surgery, when I came out, Liam, Wiley, JR, like all y'all can detest to this. Like I was in the gym with crutches, putting y'all through workouts. Like I wasn't even supposed to be in the gym, bro.
My man was on a chair. He'd be like, hey, bro, hand me your crutch quick. Let me show y'all how to do it. I'm like, bro, if you don't sit down.
Man, like, but I just wanted to be around the game, and I wanted to help the kids like that needed it in their crucial points of their career. So, yeah, I don't know where I'm going with it, but I'm just saying that I love the game, you know, and like I want to be around it for as long as I can. So, the whole point of this podcast is to really educate you guys and to bring awareness to the basketball culture here in Alaska, to help you guys become better basketball players. Take things from us, take gold nuggets from us to implement in your game. And as well as, you know, help the basketball culture here in Alaska like rise, because we got talent here.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And there's no way kids should be leaving the state as much as they do, whereas if we all come together as a collective unit and work together and really build something, then like we both really believe that we could compete with states like Washington, California. I mean, it's gonna be tough, and we all gonna have to come together, but like we have talent, like we really do, and like we really believe this. This is why, like, this is our passion, and we're willing to do whatever it takes to change this. Yeah. Appreciate y'all for listening to the first episode of GBD Podcast, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on the social media networks. We got the Instagram, the Facebook, the Twitter, the TikTok, all that stuff. So don't forget to show us love. And also let us know special guests that you guys want us to interview, topics you guys want us to talk about, all that stuff. Just let us know, man. Y'all remember to get better today. GBD! We out.
Not just a regular civilian. I rap for the squad, I'm a champion. Remember, we hit up the highway.